There are so many fragrances out there that appeal to young people's noses. I am a young person. I know what fragrances I like. I know what fragrances in general young people gravitate towards. But out of all those fragrances on the market, these are the best 10. Dumont Nitro Red, probably the most affordable fragrance on this list, but just for around $25 on discounters, this fragrance punches so far above its price point. It's like a fruity, sweet, sexy fragrance, definitely meant to appeal to you probably watching this right now. If you're around 21 or under, you will love this stuff. If you have a sweet tooth like me, this should be your next pickup, honestly. Although it is very sweet with that green apple note and it kind of has like some caramelly sexiness in the background, it also kind of contrasts that with a mineral and aquatic background too. It's a very kind of interesting fragrance. To me, it smells like you took Azzaro, the most wanted EDP, Versace Pomme, those two fragrances made love, and then created this beautiful thing here. If you want like an all year round signature scent as a young man that you could wear for school, for parties, even for the fall, winter, even for a summer tropical vacation, Nitro Red could be a great first cologne for you. When I think of a fragrance brand that caters to what young people tend to like in a fragrance, the first one that comes to my mind is Valentino, and for a good reason. All of the Valentino fragrances I own and that I've tried are just sweet, sexy, and simple. If I could just define Valentino in 3 words, sweet, sexy, simple. And what young man doesn't want that? Both in the fragrance world and the woman world as well, actually. Valentino Coral Fantasy. If you could only check out one from Valentino, it should be this one because it's sweet, sexy, fruity, but it's just a touch more unique than your typical sweet and sexy fragrance. You know, it's got a tobacco note, it's got some dried fruitiness in the dry down, it's just a bit spicy. There's just something kind of a bit extra and different about it. Don't get me wrong, it's still very mass appealing. I can almost guarantee you everyone around you will love how you smell. Don't worry, the woman will love how you smell, but it's just a little bit less kind of simple and boring. You know, you don't want to get bored with the fragrance too quickly, and I think that's why Coral Fantasy could be a good pick. Maybe you're thinking, no, Fina, I just want to smell good. I don't care about smelling a bit unique. Born in Roma Intense. This is the answer to all of your problems, but maybe you're also thinking, no, that sounds good. I like the idea of smelling more unique. Green Extravaganza. This adds a dark roasted coffee. It's got some like vetiver and earthiness as well. This one is my personal favorite, but definitely try before you buy. If you're just like, Finn, I want to go jump on a website and buy a cologne right now, Born in Roma Intense will be your safest bet. Let's say you're a young person and you want something for the summer. Maybe you live in a country like me in Australia and it's really hot and you don't want something that's going to kind of bog you down in the high heat. Lattafa's Honor and Glory. Lattafa's Honor and Glory basically just smells like a pina colada, tropical, zesty holiday in a bottle. Really, really nice coconut note, but it also has a unique creme brulee note, which gives us some sweetness. This is great for the summertime, especially there's like summer night parties where there's a bit of a cool breeze and it's not just sweltering, humid hot. But you can also use this in the fall and winter because it has enough sweetness and kind of depth to it where this isn't just a summer exclusive fragrance. This is like you buy it and you're always going to find time to wear this throughout the year. You're also going to find that assuming you're not, really, really ugly and you have a nice smile and you're approachable, you'll get compliments with this fragrance because it smells fantastic, sweet, sexy, compliment-pulling fragrance. But the performance is very, very strong. Stronger than most of the other fragrances on this list. So just for around $30, you're getting a very strong fragrance that smells amazing and it gets compliments and it can be used all year round. I mean, come on. What else do you want from me? The Montblanc Legend collection. These I would just classify as your typical fresh and clean fragrances that you're just gonna wear when you don't want to think about anything. And if you're a young guy, you're in school, you're waking up early every morning, you're in a rush to get ready, and you just don't want to have to think about wearing a cologne that might be, it might turn some heads and it might get some people, it just might make some people not like you anymore. Because some are going to love the smell of your cologne and some are going to hate it. But sometimes maybe you just want a cologne that you know everybody is going to like because it's just so safe. That's where the Montblanc collection comes in. Montblanc Legend Spirit is the definition of safe, simple, and something that just simply works. It just smells fresh and clean. Like you literally had a shower, put on a ton of body soap, hopped out the shower, and now you just feel ready to start your day. That's how I feel every time I wear this fragrance. This is the newest one, Montblanc Legend Blue. The only reason I'm really talking about this one is because it's a little bit stronger, and it's also a little bit soapier. But this one just smells too much like body wash from my liking. The reason I like Legend Spirit is because it's a little bit sweeter and muskier and more powdery. It's just more addictive. But either of these will work though. Great for school. You know, they're actually particularly great if you're an athletic kid and you like have gym class in the morning and you need something to spray afterwards and something to use hopefully in conjunction with your deodorant that fingers crossed you're using. Yes. Before I move on to the next fragrance, if you guys are loving this video or have loved any of my other videos in the past, please like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm and to make me really happy. Alright, we'll go to the next one now. Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances. I mean, come on, you guys didn't really think I was going to go through a whole FB fragrances YouTube video without at least mentioning Jean Paul Gaultier, right? You didn't really think that. But there are going to be certain Jean Paul Gaultiers that are better for the younger people, and actually, no, it's not all of them. Actually, that's not true at all, Finn. Because all Jean Paul Gaultiers, even the original, are pretty much tailor-made for younger people. But this video isn't a Jean Paul Gaultier buying guide. I've done one of those before. You can go and check it out if you want. So I'm going to speed run through 3 that are great options if you have a sweet tooth. Ultramel, bubblegummy, fruity, pear, vanilla, lavender. Really, this one, if you love going out at night, you're just getting to the clubbing bar scene, Ultramel, realistically, if you want to be shallow and get compliments, is probably your best option. Le Male Elixir, this is for if you have a super sweet tooth, like you just want to smell edible, like honey, like lavender, like vanilla, tobacco, get Le Male Elixir. Personally for me, it's too sweet, but it is very popular for a reason. Finally, you want something more for the summertime, something a bit more fresh, Paradise Gardens, coconut, minty, green, just super uplifting and refreshing. Honestly, Jean Paul Gaultier is a fantastic brand. There are a lot to choose from, and a lot of them are amazing. So I would recommend just going into your local department store that probably stocks all of them and just try them for yourself. But those 3, write them down. They're fantastic. This next fragrance is for all of my school. My dog, shut up, please. Leo, you're ruining the video. Stop barking. This one is for all of my school athletes watching. You know, you hit the gym, you do rowing, you do rugby, you know, you got sports in the morning and the afternoon, and you want to have a smell that kind of reinforces that identity, but also it's just nice to wear either before or after you do the physical exercise. YSLY fragrances are tailor-made on a platter for you. And you know, I relate with you. I was a school athlete and I wish I had a fragrance like this when I was, you know, doing the whole sporty school thing. YSLY EDP is my personal favorite, and honestly, probably the one that you will like the most too. I don't want to make the decisions for you, but at the very least, try this one first. It's a green apple, soapy, masculine fragrance. The dry down though is like creamy, but it's still fresh and clean. I don't know how YSL have done this. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Right now, this is my signature gym scent, but I have no doubt if I knew this fragrance existed when I was still in high school, this would have been my signature scent. I mean, if you get anything out of this whole video and you're an athletic school person, this is the one. Some of the other YSLYs are great though. I also have the EDP Intense version. That one's amazing. It's just a lot more earthy and kind of mature, not quite as versatile. If you're on more of a budget, YSLY EDT, you can't really go wrong with that one. I mean, it's just so easy to wear. It just doesn't quite hit the same as the EDP version, in my opinion. For all of my baller younger people watching, the ones that want to spend a couple $100s, and they're willing to make that sacrifice to either their or their parents' bank account to smell the best. This is a 2-for-1. It's going to take up 2 places on this list, but it's a category of fragrances called niche fragrances, meaning they are fragrances from a company that only makes fragrances. So Dior, they make handbags, they do makeup and fragrances. These two, they just do fragrances. Parfums de Mali is the brand, and this one is called Altair. This is by far their most kind of tailor-made fragrance to people maybe under the age of 25. It is a powdery vanilla bomb. You get some cinnamon and orange as well. It smells like a orange creamsicle. You know those ice cream treats? Delicious, addictive, and just sexy. Definitely better suited for the winter time though. This next one, definitely try before you buy. Initio Side Effect. Although I do think this is a young man's fragrance, it's definitely a more kind of unique and mature one. It's very, very boozy. It's got some tobacco and vanilla. In terms of just the most kind of alluring and mysterious smelling fragrance though, this one hits that spot. And I know that's kind of a trend right now with young people trying to smell like Batman or like Aura and I sound like an unk right now. Side Effect is so sexy. It's quite strong. It's an amazing fragrance. I truly do love it. And I think if you're maybe 20 years old watching this, definitely at least do your research. Like get in, start looking into it. If you're under the age of 20 though, you probably won't like it. 8 fragrances down, 2 fragrances to go. Azzaro. Now, Azzaro, the most wanted, their entire range is fantastic for young people. As you can tell, it's kind of a trend. Like, if a fragrance line, if one of them is great for younger people, the whole line is probably made with younger people in mind. But this is probably the best for someone under the age of 21 because it is just so damn good smelling. Like, you put this on a tester strip and you give it to any person on the street under the age of 25, they will go, damn, that's really nice. That smells really nice. That smells good. That smells like fresh. I like how sweet that. I know people don't know anything about fragrances on the street. Chances are though, if you know anything about fragrances watching this video, you're going to be asking me, Finn, should I get the EDP Intense or the Parfum? My answer is probably just buy whichever one is cheapest, or if you really do have a strong preference, then obviously buy the one you like more. If you ask me, I would get the Parfum. If I had to keep one for life, it would be the Parfum, but they do smell quite similar. They're both just sweet, caramelly, toffee, kind of very edible smelling fragrances. The only main difference I can find is the Parfum performs better, which is nice, but like I said, it is more expensive. But also, it's kind of a bourbon vanilla, so it almost has a darker and boozy tone throughout the fragrance. This one is more light and fluffy and definitely more suited for like the younger people. This one, I think up until the age of like 30 could be pulled off. This one, once you hit like 25, you're probably not going to want to wear this anymore. You know what? I'm actually not wearing a fragrance right now, so we're going to make the most wanted parfum my scent of the day. I'm actually going to the gym right after this, so I don't want to like go too crazy. Warm, cozy, inviting. Also has like kind of a weird grapiness to it, but I mean, it's just beautiful. And guys, I saved the best teenager cologne for last because I want to reward people that stay to the end. Stronger With You Intensely. Now, this is just one you have to try for yourself. And honestly, the entire Stronger With You line is amazing. I have Stronger With You Tobacco, Stronger With You Absolutely, Stronger With You Amber, and they're all amazing in different ways, but Intensely is just always going to be my baby. Like, it was one of the first sweet and gourmand fragrances I ever tried, and I fell in love. And everyone that I've made try this fragrance till this day has also loved it. Like, I have 3 friends now wearing this as their signature scent. It just is amazing. So likable, so sexy, smells like a boozy, warm, fluffy vanilla cupcake. You need to try this for yourself, and I hope you find as much love in this fragrance as I do. That is going to wrap it up, guys, on 10 of the best fragrances for if you're under the age of around 21. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, pretty please. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.